On today's news at Del Mar Foghorn News, shopping local just got a lot easier. We have some new shops and old shops that you might and might not have heard about. The stress of college can impact students' mental health, and Del Mar has resources to help out students. The price of eggs has gone wild. There are many things you can do on your save money on your morning breakfast. Oh, gosh. All this and more coming up on Foghorn News.
Bringing you the latest from Del Mar College and the Coastal Bend region, this is Foghorn Media.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Foghorn News. I'm Corey Landa and we're going to be getting into it. A 2023 survey conducted by Inside Higher Ed reported that 50% of students cite mental health struggles as they make their top stressors. Reporter Milena Canet has the story on Del Mar students' mental health and where they can go for help.
Several Del Mar students were asked how they would rank their mental health on a scale of 1 to 10.
My mental health right now is about a 6.
I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I think I would give it a 7.
My mental health is a 6.5.
Solid 5.
Del Mar College Counseling Service is a great resource for all of its students. With events, stress toys such as the one I was given, and workshops at both campuses, these things are at the disposal of any Viking that may need a little or a big pick-me-up. Located on both Windward and Heritage Campus, they offer services such as individual, couples, and group counseling. They also host several events such as Denim Days.
So Denim Day is sexual assault awareness, and so we're doing that on campus, basically writing messages for hope for survivors and just bringing awareness so that way we can break that stigma. And so we have jeans outside, we have people writing on the jeans of just hope, and also learning and educating themselves about the sources and resources around the campus and also in the community.
For more information about Del Mar Counseling Services, please visit delmar.edu/counsel. This has been Milena with Foghorn News.
The Inside Higher Ed survey found that the most students are concerned with their personal finances, followed by their academics. If you are feeling overwhelmed, do not hesitate to reach out to Del Mar Counseling Center. You can schedule appointments through their website, phone, email, or just walk into their offices in the Del Mar Harvard Center. The Counseling Center is available to support students through their educational journey. Music has been linked with mood and mental health. That might explain why record sales across the United States have been increasing. This old technology is making a comeback, and Foghorn News reporter Ben Borchardt tells where you can get some new vinyl and maybe make a new friend.
Here in Corpus Christi, record stores such as Hybrid Records are bringing vinyl back in a big way. According to Billboard magazine, record sales are at their highest since 1991.
Because now we're getting into this place of physical music media having exploded in a certain way that it's become seen more as a collectible than it is like an actual functional thing.
Hybrid Records helps newcomers get started on their vinyl collecting journey.
It's education as well, like for people that are just kind of getting into record collecting for the first time or getting back into it after being out for 20 or 30 years and wondering like what's new, what's different, what are the current like good brands of turntables to get or stuff like that.
Hybrid Records also serves as a social hub for music lovers.
Hybrid was kind of like a hangout spot for a lot of our homies, and then eventually, I don't know, I felt kind of bad just coming in here all the time and not buying anything.
There are plenty of like actual like real friendships that have formed in the line outside the store on Record Store Day and stuff like that, and people just like hanging out around here.
It's safe to say that Hybrid Records has dropped the needle in a deeper groove here in Corpus. For Foghorn News, this is Ben Borchardt.
Record Stay Day is coming up on April 22nd, but you don't have to wait that long to check out the vinyl experience. Coming up after the break, if inflation is hitting you hard at breakfast time, we might have the solution. And take a look at a new store that might help you save money. All this and more when we return.
So that'll do it for today. Don't forget your assignments are due Monday. Not taking anything late, so make sure you get it in on time. All right, so bye, I guess.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us at the Foghorn News. It seems like every other news story is about inflation and how things are costing high much more than they used to be. We're even talking about it on this show. There is one news store in town that hopes to help ease some of the pain you may be feel when checking out at the cash register. Sarah Gonzalez shows us around Corpus Christi's newest thrift store, VPN Gallery.
Here in Corpus Christi, there are numerous small businesses popping up. One of them being brand new in the downtown area is a vintage shop called the VNP Gallery. To learn more, let's shop on in and see what they're all about.
I started, I was just thrifting, finding stuff that I like, but sometimes I was finding stuff that wasn't really my size, but I'll just keep it because it was cool, or I just give it to one of my homies, or whatever the case may be. And one thing led to another, and I started filling up my mom's garage full of clothes, and she was like, well, you need to do something with it. So I had to do a couple pop-ups around town, and that really, built up some stuff. And I didn't really put prices on my stuff, it was just like more of a get rid of it type deal. And, that led one thing to another, and me and my other friends found a space on Water Street where it was like a photography studio and slash like a vintage shop as well. And we just wanted to be our own bosses to do what we wanted. And, we just worked hard, and one thing led to another, and now we're here.
When asked about what type of impact they want the store to have in Corpus Christi, Sarah Holtz, a KMU CC student who shops at VNP, gave her input on how the store resonates within the city.
I think a lot. I feel like when you walk around downtown Corpus, there's a lot of vacant buildings and stuff, but I feel like a store like this that really resonates with young people is great for business. It's going to attract a lot of the students, maybe at like the college, and just a lot of the young population, that's our future, so I think it's really important.
So the next time you're in the downtown Corpus area, stop by VNP Gallery for some fantastic vintage pieces, while also supporting a small business. For Foghorn News, I'm SG.
Stop by their store on People Street anytime. It's just around the corner from Hybrid Records. At the beginning of last year, a dozen eggs would cost the average of $2. 1 year later, and those same eggs are $4.50. If you're eating organic, you might even be paying closer to $7 per dozen. That's what I'm doing with. Before you stop eating eggs altogether, listen to the Foghorn News reporter Gabrielle Gomez's report on how you might be able to skip the grocery store for your morning breakfast.
Eggs are 70% more expensive than they were a year ago. This has left the public concerned and upset.
The price of eggs is going up and people might not be able to afford eggs for their family.
One local man is raising his own chickens to save money.
My chickens are all free-range chickens, meaning that they range all day. They basically eat all day from the time they get up in the morning, they get out of their coop, they start eating. And they eat all day. Basically, chickens eat anything. They eat bugs, they eat leaves, they eat grass clippings, they eat whatever and anything and everything. Insects, you name it, they eat it. So basically, my chickens are free-ranging and they lay 1 egg a day, meaning that one chicken can lay about 300 eggs a year. The reason about my chickens is because the price of eggs is going high, super high. Right now, the dozen eggs is going about $6 to $7 a dozen. So that's expensive. One chicken gives me about 1 egg a day. So I have 24 chickens. I get about anywhere from 18 to 20 eggs a day, and that's pretty good.
For Foghorn News, I'm Gabrielle Gomez.
Eggs might not be cheaper by the dozen after all. Getting a chicken means a new pet and a free breakfast. Before we leave today, here are some events to help you with your upcoming plans. The deadline for spring graduation is February 22nd. And if you think you might be getting close, send an appointment with an advisor and get your application in. The 57th Del Mar Art Department Small Sculpture Show opens February 17th in the Cannes Art Gallery. Barefoot Mardi Gras begins at Saturday, February 18th at the White Cat Beach. Sunday, the Corpus Christi Chamber Orchestra is performing at the Richardson Performance Hall at Del Mar College. Tickets are free and the event starts at 4. Now, that's all we have for today. Have a wonderful weekend and thank you for joining us at Foghorn News. I'm Corey Landa and see you next time.
Bringing you the latest from Del Mar College and the Coastal Bend region, this is Foghorn Media.